I suppose. Okay, so I've been trying to make this video for like a day and a half now. It's a big pet peeve of mine when someone on the internet posts something cryptic and then you just worry about them because they don't give an update, and I don't want to leave anyone hanging. So 2 days ago I kind of spun out and was contemplating suicide. I haven't felt that low in a really long time, and it made me realize that I have not processed the numerous traumatic things that have happened to me since October. In October, I got sexually assaulted and hospitalized. Literally 2 days after, I broke up with Cameron. Cameron left me in the hospital and then proceeded to have brunch with his side chick about a half a block away from my home while I was recovering, and he did not visit me. And that destroyed me. That happened. Then my entire staff walked out on me over the holidays with the intention to destroy my company because they would not wear masks to protect everyone from COVID. That was a massive betrayal, and I'm still not over that. I miss them so much, and I hate them just as much as I miss them. Then Antonio moved in. He moved across the country to start a life with me, only for me to find out that he was a racist, a Trump supporter, pretty much living an entire double life, lied about his faith, and I found out there was a complete stranger living in my home. That was very traumatic. And meanwhile, his sister was like living in my other apartment rent-free. Like, it sucked. I lost my assistant because he started getting incredibly greedy and feeling entitled to everything that I have. At one point, I was literally paying for his personal trainer, and he just wasn't even working for me anymore. He was just collecting. I had known him for 10 years, and that fucking sucked. I hated that so much. Let's see. Then I fell in love again, and it was awesome. Until a friend of mine we had been friends for years, a male friend of mine, tried to come in between us, and he got me drunk, vulnerable, and alone. He isolated me from our other friends and was pretty much planning to fuck me for weeks, because I noticed that he had tried setting up this exact situation several times, and I was like, this is weird, bro. Like, why do you want to hang out alone and drink? You don't even drink. Anyway, so that actually ended our friendship, his contract with our company, because he was contracted to make all the jewelry for us. It was the catalyst to ending the relationship that I was actually in. We didn't do anything, by the way. I pushed him off me twice. And yeah, so that was massive betrayal, loss. I was letting him live here for free because he is a father, and I wanted him to save money for his family. Devastated. Then I find out that my twin sister was alive and dead in 72 hours. I'm still not over that. Then my grandmother dies. We never got to reconcile. I was waiting until I was successful enough for her to accept me back into the family, and that never happened. Also, my mother sent me all of my baby pictures. Not all of them. She curated the ones where I looked the ugliest. And then also sent me like all of my childhood artwork, but like only things that pertain to how much I love her. So it was like this weird guilt trip thing. I didn't ask for these items. I told her actually not to send them. Then when my grandmother dies, my mom reaches out again and says, do not go to the funeral. You're such a disappointment to the family. No one wants to see you. Like all this stuff. And I'm just like, yo. So in the past, less than a year, I've had 2 sexual traumas, abandonment 40 fucking times over, 3 breakups, you know, mother wound ripped open. And then this past week, I was super triggered. I was supposed to do a BBC documentary about being trafficked, and it triggered me in a way I did not think was possible. I was spiraling. I had to take time off work. I was super depressed just thinking about having to tell my story for the world's entertainment again, and putting myself at risk from these people still wanting to hurt me, all for zero compensation, of course. No offense to the filmmakers, I really clicked with them, but I just couldn't do it. So that triggered me, full on PTSD episode. Then a couple days later, a woman who was mutilated, reached out to me, sent me these horrific, graphic images of her soaked in blood, her genitalia slashed open to the point it doesn't even look like genitalia anymore. Her neck was ripped open, her fucking thighs ripped open, just blood everywhere. And she was asking me for help. And like, of course I helped her. But that was horrible to be a part of. And it triggered so much guilt in me because she got attacked on a blade. She's a sex worker. She got attacked on a blade because she didn't want to be with her pimp anymore. And that was the consequence. So it triggered all of this guilt for me because, like, look where I live, you know. Romina, Queens of the Underworld, also helped her a ton with connecting her to resources. We got her out of town. Like, she's safe now. That was fucking wild. And then just the final straw was I got into like this stupid argument with someone I really care about, and I don't know why, but just the way I got shut down in that argument, I was just like, that's it. I want to fucking die now. Like, it was just all of those things. And it's like, of course, you know, the pressure of running the company and body dysmorphia, my eating disorder, like all of those things. Like, it just the way it's compounded, and I haven't dealt with any of it at all because I just like to push and just keep it going. But the subconscious does not forget shit that you cannot heal, that you haven't healed from. And I realized that, like, the emptiness and the pain inside of me is something that a relationship couldn't even fix. You know, I'm searching for love, and I'm thinking that I'm loving myself, but how can I love myself if I refuse to heal myself? So my therapist tried to 5150 me after I told her that, like, I was getting ready to kill myself, and I was trying to explain to her why it'd be such a good idea, because I'm like, yo, I'm such a control freak. I think I should just do it, and just do it the way I want and when I want, so that way, like, everything is sorted out. You know, I'm transferring a portion of the company to Pilar, so company will be fine. You know, my will sorted. Like, let's just button everything up so I can just, like, get it over with. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of being alive. Like, I'm sick of it. And then it's like I feel so guilty for wanting to die because it's like I have all these material things, but it's like these are just like little consolation prizes for the things that I have lost, the people that I've lost, you know, my body being violated. Like, you don't get that back. Like, every loss, every betrayal just leaves like a wound in me that I don't know will ever heal. Every time someone hurts me, I don't think I'll ever be the same. And it's just like, how long are you supposed to walk around carrying that type of pain and then still have to smile for your team? You know, you walk through that office every day, and it's like, if I'm crying at work, it's like I have to leave because I don't want to put that out there. Like, almost everyone on my team is female now, and like, you know, like how women are so in tune with each other. Like, I've had people contact HR being like, yo, she's tripping, like, did we do something wrong? So I'm just like, I feel like the company would operate better, you know, if my fucking crazy ass wasn't in there. And, you know, I already have shitty memories in here because I had a fucking teenage boyfriend live a double life in the pen, and then I fucking, you know, then one of my fucking homeboys tries to fuck me for sport. Like, you know, and then the person that I was actually in love with lived here, and then, you know, that ended, and it didn't have to end. Like, the only problems we ever had were other people. And you know, it triggered a bunch of stuff in him. You know, like, we're all hurt, we're all healing. Like, it's sad to be here. So yeah, I just couldn't think of a solution. So I started talking to my therapist about it, and she was like, nope, nope. However, that was then. I'm on Valium now. It's really helping me just to stick to one track thinking, and it's like slowing me down a bit. I'm probably gonna take about a month off work and just focus on intensive therapy every day, so I can get to the root of some of these problems and face these things that I've tried to push down. And I know I'll get better, I just don't know when. And but I've got really great people in my life, and they're taking care of me. And you know, that's why I've lived as long as I have. I've been staying alive out of obligation to the people I love, because I know it would hurt them. But my goal now is to stay alive for me, and I know I'm gonna get there. So let's just call it rock bottom. And when you get to rock bottom, you've got nowhere to go but up. So looking forward to up. But yeah, so that's what's going on. And cheers. I am gonna I don't know, do skincare and fucking lay there. I'm just gonna lay. Okay, thanks for listening.